Hi, it's Deanna from Futures Past. So sit back and buckle up your seatbelts because here comes another one of my boring, annoying New York accent laden video. So here we go. So here's an antique Civil War 1860s era. Did I say era? I sound like I'm like one of those Boston people. Sorry, Boston people. I'm not getting into the car now. No, era photo album, and it's lovely. It has a nice leather um, like raised panel design with little porcelain knobs. One is missing, and gold gilded edged leaf paper. And it's equally as pretty as on the front as it is on the back. And let's begin. So we have what appears to be a name inside. Let's see if, I don't know what, Mama. All right, so it's somebody's mama's album. It wasn't your mama's album. But all right, enough with my stupid funnies because they're not so funny. So here we go. So the first gentleman is elderly. Now, this album that I'm showing you, I had received another one from the same seller on eBay. The seller shipped them out separately, and I just got this. So this gentleman looks like one of the same gentlemen that's in the other album that I received from him. I don't know why I recognize him, but I do. So this may be from the same family, which is quite interesting. So after I'm done filming this, I'm going to take some of the cards out and take a look and see the names that are on the backs. So we have a cute little girl here with her 1860s, 1870s fringed chair, which was the photographer's prop. And these chairs used to have some kind of pneumatic type of knobs on them where you can raise the fringed arms up or down, depending upon your subject. And this is really an unusual photo. Okay, so it's showing you somebody in the 1860s who had a serious health problem. And let me zoom in and show you. If you look at her neck, she has like a really bad goiter. And that was like some kind of hypothyroidism type of disease. And I think it was a lack of iodine. Apparently, she may have had a tumor in her thyroid gland, or she may have had Graves' disease. And Graves' disease, one of the symptoms, I'm not a doctor, by the way, one of the symptoms is bugged out eyes. And usually it's an issue, I think, with the thyroid. And this lady's thyroid is enormous. I mean, absolutely and utterly enormous. So this lady was not well. Not well at all. I don't know how much longer she lived after this photo was taken, but they really didn't have much of a treatment back then for this type of disorder. Now I believe they treat it with medication. So that's quite sad to see. If you hear crunching in the background, that's my cat. My cat always decides to crunch on his cat chow the minute I start filming a video. So here's what appears to be the same girl that we saw earlier on the previous page, the first picture. And she's with that fringed chair again, as you can see. We have this gentleman here. And this lady looks like the lady with the goiter's younger daughter. But she does not have the goiter. So that's a good thing. Oh my goodness, that picture I just showed you with the goiter, that looked so painful that it's hard for me to even, it's like almost like I have PTSD symptoms right now after seeing that. That must have been such a painful disease with no treatment. My goodness. So thank goodness we live in this century where we have very good medical care, thank goodness. So here we have a tintype of a baby. Quite nice. Another tintype of a small child. This is very adorable. And he's with that fringe chair that I mentioned to you earlier, which was a photo prop. And quite sweet. Hand-tinted cheeks. Hold on a second. Nero, Why must you do this when I'm doing a video? Oh boy, he's jumping on counters now. He knows he's not supposed to, but the minute I do a video, he knows he can get away with things. So it looks like Ma and Pa Kettle, don't mind me. I'm being a jerk right now. So we have this lady here with a cool hat and her husband. And then we have another gentleman and his wife, and it looks like Abe Lincoln himself. These are really cool and fascinating historical photos. I mean, showing us what life was like back in the 1860s. I mean, it must have been brutal living back then, but it's still bittersweet nonetheless. That's nice. Nice photo. What's he have there behind him? Looks like a lovely terracotta decanter of some sort. I collect pottery, so I'd love to have that in my collection. So here we have another 1860s photograph. Look at that dress. It's like big, gigantic hoop skirt. And she has her hair in a snood, which is like a hairnet. This looks like an 1870s tintype, and I could tell by the dress and the hair. So it's probably either late 1860s, early 1870s. Here's another 1860s photo, and you don't generally see people smiling in photos. It took the exposure, to hit the shutter button. So it took like 10 minutes, and generally people had to sit very, very still for 10 minutes, and you don't often see a smile. So this is lovely. This is really, really neat. I think I got my first smiling Victorian in the 1860s in that photo. And here's another tintype. And again, they look nonplussed, not very happy. And again, it's because it took so long to take a photograph. It was equivalent to getting a root canal at the dentist. Even though I don't know which one I would probably choose, root canal or photograph in the 1860s, maybe photograph. But then again, it was not very pleasant sitting there still, completely still for 10 minutes, for almost 10 minutes. And if they did move, the minute they pressed the shutter and the shutter went off, it would come out blurry. So we have a name here, Emma something. I'll have to look at that closely later with a magnifying glass. And I've never seen a border like this on an 1860s photo. Right in the center, it looks like a picture frame that's hanging, which is quite interesting. And we have what appears to be a tintype here of a baby wearing a newborn's gown, which, as you can see, it goes down to the floor. That is just quite amazing. And I wonder what's holding the child up. It looks like some weird chair of some sort. And again, we have what appears to be an 1860s photo. And I like the photographer's use of hand coloring and hand tinting. As you can see, he colored the tie that's around her neck. And we have another one that is nicely hand tinted and hand colored. His cheeks were colored very, very well. Another tintype. And yet another tintype. And there's that fringe chair again. So generally, after sometime in the 1870s, the use of these fringe chairs were no longer popular. So this is how you can basically tell you have an 1860s, 1870s photograph is by those fringe chairs that were used as props. wonder what those little drops are, you know, those black little spots are. Looks like little bullet holes almost. Another nice tintype, again with one of those fringed chairs. And yet another tintype. Cute kid. He has a cute little hat. And he's playing like grown up in a way. Don't worry, we're getting close to the end, I promise. I won't hold you guys hostage for much longer. And it looks like the same kid again, maybe, or maybe his brother. So we have another tintype here as well. And we have more tintypes. I like tintypes a lot, as you know. I like them better than the CDV photos for some reason. I don't know, I think they look, you know, it's almost, you can see them better. Like, you could see, like, their skin better and the detail better on the people. It's almost like a mirror. Like you're looking into a mirror. That's cool. And there's that fringe chair again. What would a photograph be without that fringe chair? And more tintype. So this is like mostly tintype so far. And there goes my dog. He just knocked something over. And there goes the rest of the dogs. He always starts off the rest of the dogs. It figures, yes. Thanks, Kenji. AKA Grover. Sorry, everyone. And I certainly am not going to refilm this whole entire album all over again. Oh my God. My husband's doing dog impressions right now. He's doing the voice of my dog as I'm filming this. Thanks a lot, husband and teenage daughter, for coming in and disrupting my video. What are you doing?
Putting shit down?
Hey, I'm doing my video.
Screw your video.
See? See the bullshit that goes on around here?
Unsubscribe to her.
Oh boy. That's it. Okay, so this has got to be now. Shut up, kid. I love her. Okay, so now you just saw the worst video on YouTube. Thanks to my lovely family, annoying dog, and me, the worst filmographer. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and sorry.